This is a video I've been wanting to make for a little while. This video I saw it a while ago, maybe 6 months ago I think it was, but it's so much. It has encompassed so much of what I know and what I am as a Finlander that most people in Canada that aren't Finlanders just don't understand. So it was interesting when I saw this video that maybe it was some form of explanation for everybody else that this is the way we are, and maybe that's why. But I really tried. I contacted a lot of people, but I could not get a bottle of the gin or the whiskey or their cream. Hopefully, if we could get enough attention from Canada over there, maybe we could get them to start some kind of deal with the Canadian government to let them bring in a little bit, So, just saying, would really like to try some, and haven't been able to travel in the last year and a half, so it's I'm really looking forward to trying this. So yes, rye is a big part of Finland, but let's watch this commercial and see where we go from there.
Hi, I'm Mikko, co-founder with these friends of Kyrö Distillery, Finland. That's right, Finland, the country that invented sauna. And in this one, we had a dream of making whiskey, gin, and
right off the bat, the sauna
Finnish
is
rye.
a difficult one for people to understand. And I've talked about my sauna culture, my experiences with the Finnish sauna culture, but we'll see in the movie that Finns are pretty chill with nudity, and it's almost agitating. You can't even have the conversation I found in later years that when people ask about going to sauna naked, and it's like it's just no big deal. But it just seems that there's so many people that they believe that if you're naked, it has something to do with sex. And in my mind, these are people that can't have sex with the lights on. It's like, but being naked, going to sauna is much more like going to church for Finlanders. So it's there's definitely no sexuality behind it. It's as far as being naked is concerned, it's just not a big deal. We just don't care that we're naked.
Because Finland is covered in rye, other than...
Okay, two things. Number one, again, chill with the nakedness. That pile of branches that he's holding, that's called a vitta. And so they're made in the springtime with the fresh grown branches on a birch tree. Bind them up and you take them in a sauna and you just beat the hell out of yourself with them. And then you got to help your buddy out. So you whip his back, and then take turns, he whips yours. So it's honestly, there's nothing... But yeah, try explaining that to your friends. Oh, so you go into the sauna naked and you beat the hell out of each other with whips. The other thing, before I started again, I love this map. I didn't catch it till the second time, but rye, Helsinki. But the thing I love about this map is they took Sweden out. I didn't notice that till I watched it a couple times. But Finland and Sweden, perfect rivalry as far as hockey is concerned. And I think it's kind of like a sibling relationship, with Finland and Sweden.
Lakes and Helsinki, there's nothing but rye. And because it's always...
Oh yeah, and the lakes. It's called Land of 1,000 Lakes. I think there's 110,000 lakes or something like that. So there's quite a few. Sorry, I'll let it play.
The weather sucks and the soil is shit. Finnish rye grows under the harshest conditions, so it's tough. Not tough guy tough, I mean Finnish farmer tough. And tough rye means more flavor.
Finnish farmer tough. Okay, how could I explain Finnish farmer tough? Okay, well, tough guy. You got your MMA fighters. Pretty tough. I'm not gonna mess with them. Yeah, that's a tough guy. Mike Tyson. In his prime, even now, he's, pretty tough. Finnish farmer tough. Finnish farmer tough would be more of the unassuming average guy, but he's got to clear all the rocks out of the river, drain the swamp, plant the field, cut down all the trees, build a log cabin, and raise a family at the same time without complaining. So it's just it's in line with the Finnish sisu, the term sisu. With it doesn't have a direct translation. It's kind of like guts or perseverance or just a dogged determinant. But just that the water that wears away the rock, right? It's like that's. I think that's more the Finnish farmer stuff, but the pixie costumes. Finland's still very big on their mythology and their forest mythology in particular. Very strong relationship with Finlanders and in the forest. But there's what are they called? Gulia. Finnish. They're like Finnish pixies that live in the woods, but. I don't know that much about them right now. I've read about them before, but there's a lot of different mythologies. But I just laugh when I see these guys dancing around. So I assume that's what they were looking at making their relationship with. I'm not sure, but I think that's what they were going for.
More character for our spirits. And you can taste this in our Kyrö gin, which we distill on one very special day that we Finns like to call the summer, with burst leaves.
So one day, I really liked summer last year. It was on a Thursday, so that's kind of the joke that your summer is very short. But there's also a reference to the fact of midsummer is a very big celebration that Juhannus in Finland, and it's celebrated with large bonfires and making lots of noise and probably some gin, a little bit of gin, but. And that's also where a lot of mythology as far as the forest and connection, and most of the cities just empty out and everybody goes to the cabin for the weekend.
Siivaktoon, cranberries. It's Finnish summer in a bottle, and it's good. Actually, it's so good that some friendly chaps in London named it the best gin for gin and tonic in the world.
The second.
So please, show some respect. Keep your cucumber out of this gin.
I don't drink gin, so I don't know the whole thing with the cucumber. I'm not a big gin drinker. I really want to try the whiskey, but I had not had good experiences with gin, so I've never been a big gin drinker. But if I ever get a bottle, I'll definitely try it again.
We like things simple and good, minus the bullshit. And that's how we approach our Kyrö malt rye whiskey. We use Finnish rye, the best of Scottish and American whiskey making tradition.
So I've tried a lot of different whiskeys. Scotch is, like, I'm a big Scotch guy, but there's a lot of good whiskeys that they can't be called Scotch because they're not made in Scotland, but they're relatively the same style of product. And there's some really nice ones out there. But, people are big, I need a Scotch, but there's some really nice whiskeys out there. Actually, it's that Japanese one is really nice. I enjoy that one, but haven't had any in a long time.
To make a whiskey, they're simply unlike anything that you've tasted before. It's rich and sophisticated, so you don't have to. And as we have only 1 hour of life,
rich and
use the other
sophisticated,
23 in sauna, coming up with crazy ideas such as women's right to vote, free education.
Women's right to vote. Finland was the first country in Europe, not the first country in the world, but the first country in Europe that brought in women's vote.
Molotov cocktails.
Molotov cocktails. Not invented by Finland, but they were named by Finland. So I think they were invented by the Spanish. But so what happened is when Russia attacked Finland, their weapon of choice against the tanks was the Molotov cocktails. You light them up, you break the bottle into their exhaust in the back of the tank, and it exploded the fuel lines. So it was very simple, very very effective against the Russian tanks. So the name Molotov cocktail, when Russia attacked and bombed Helsinki, the League of Nations, UN didn't exist then, but the League of Nations condemned Russia for bombing Helsinki, and Molotov said no, we didn't bomb Helsinki. We were dropping bread supplies and food for Helsinki. So they said they named these, the Molotov cocktail to go with the bread baskets that they dropped in Helsinki. So that's where it got the name.
And of course, Kyrö Dark Gin. Aged in oak barrels, it's a gin for when the weather sucks. Enjoy it with cloudy apple juice,
Dark gin.
hot or
I'd be
cold,
interested in trying
or
that
however
too.
your gin identifies. And if that sounds good, you'll love Kyrö Dairy Cream. Made with our
Dairy
malt
Cream.
dry whiskey and 100% fresh cream from Finnish cow.
Finnish cows. Okay, obviously it's a reindeer, but I had to ask. I sent Kyrö a message and Kyrö message, and I said, okay, I gotta know. Do you use reindeer? I've tried a lot of different milks, but I had to know. Do you use reindeer milk to make this product? Because I thought that would be brilliant. It's like that would be like the best Christmas present you could find somebody. It's like, here's some liqueur made with actual reindeer milk. I thought that would be brilliant. But they said for the amount of milk that you could get out of a reindeer, they'd have to milk the entire reindeer population, which I don't think is going to happen. But I thought it would have been a pretty cool idea. So maybe you could just do, if anybody at Kyrö is listening, maybe just do like a limited edition, like maybe 100 bottles or something. It's like
Enjoy it on the rocks with a splash of cold brew. It's lactose and gluten free. This ain't your grandma's liqueur. This is hipster milk. Finland is old and dark. We have an unspeakable language. The most death metal bands in the world.
And now your grandmother's.
Why
There's
very
another
competition?
commercial. I'll see if I can find it. With has a grandmother's liqueur. Hold on. Here's a Finnish grandmother.
This ain't your grandma's liqueur. This is hipster milk. Get this.
Yeah. All right. Where were we here?
Unspeakable language. The most death metal bands in the world. Wife carrying competitions and.
I almost won in a wife carrying competition in FinFest
Finland
several
can be
years
tough.
ago. I won the
But we're not
boot
the
toss
happiest
instead.
people on the planet for no reason.
Sorry. I went in the boot toss instead, and I came in second place in the boot toss. But I didn't have a wife, so I couldn't go to wife carrying competition. Sorry, I'll back it up there a bit.
Swamp football.
Swamp football. That's gotta be tough.
Finland can be tough, but we're not the happiest people on the planet for no reason. Get this.
This. 3 years now, Finland has been in the top spot for happiest country in the world, according to the UN Happiness Report. That's impressive. So I wanted to put this out there, and I really do want to be able to try it. I'm hoping our vacation to Finland last summer got canceled, so I'm hoping maybe things will clear up by this summer, and eventually be able to try some of this whiskey and gin. I'll try the gin too. Maybe gin could redeem itself with a Finnish gin. But thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for all the new subscribers. I really hope you find some entertainment here. I'm not really sure where I'm going with all this, but you're welcome to come along. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I wish you a great evening. Cheers.